What's up, everybody? I'm here in Grande, Oregon. Just kind of hanging out, about to begin my adventure on the Blue Mountains Trail. Yeah, I'm going to go over what I'm carrying on this trip with you guys. So first of all, it's going to be a little bit colder, I think. Weather's getting kind of unpredictable. It's starting to rain. So I've got my trusty Z-Packs 20 degree. It's classics, full zip. Pretty simple. Pretty lightweight, yet pretty effective. It's got clips, keep it shut after you zip it, and a little tensioner to wrap it around your shoulders and your neck if you really want to keep the draft off. I have my trash bag as a pack liner in case it rains. Keep everything all nice and dry. So yeah, I just stuck this bad boy in here. In my Hyperlight pack, brand new one, I just got it replaced. A Tyvek mailer that I like to use as an additional dry bag whenever I'm using my real dry bag for other things. Pack this in here nice. Put this in here. And I have my Dyneema zip. Nice and small and compact with a waterproof zipper. Or water resistant, should I say. And I have some repair stuff, like some patches, various like DCF tape, and patches for my mattress if I need it. I have some guy line. I have some KT tape because I've got a couple injuries. And some Luco tape, also a little mini sewing kit. It has, you know, like some thread and some needles and like a little measuring tape. Maybe a little superfluous, but I kind of like this little handmade Tyvek dry pouch it came with, so I feel kind of niche. Like flexing a little bit. Oh yeah, also in my repair kit I have like a little seam grip WP from Gear Aid. This shit's awesome. You can use it for repairing your mattress or your shoes or your bladder. I also carry some little fold up scissors. And these things are awesome. Like, you can get them on Amazon or even like Temu, like super cheap. That pretty much is my repair kit, followed by my battery pack. And generally I have my charge cable, and I have 2 USB-Cs. Everything I charge with USB-C. So that way I don't have to carry a bunch of different cables. I use 2 cables that do the job. Just some extra supplements, antacid, some other medicines. I probably could have left this at home because there's not going to be any hiker boxes, but normally you could harvest butane cans of gas. And it served me pretty well in the PCT. I went almost 1,500 miles, almost 2,000 miles without having to get a different can of gas. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much my ditty, along with my rain jacket. This is the Enlightened Equipment Visp jacket. It's pretty cool. It's pretty lightweight. I think this one's like 6.5, maybe 7 ounces, maybe even lighter for the medium. Yeah, it fits pretty well. It breathes pretty well. I have yet to test it in like a super real storm, but maybe this will be the week. Here I have, a lot of people are going to knock me for this one, but I actually carry the pump sack. And that one's actually pretty efficient too. I use the Nemo tensor, which has served me pretty well. Nemo has been an awesome company. I definitely recommend them to anybody through hiking. They make their process just a lot easier. And then I have an insulated pouch. I use this when I'm cooking. A lot of people cold soak these days, but I value a hot meal. This is my pillow, Trichology. It's got little straps to go around your sleeping mat, keep it in place. My pot system. This is a handmade koozie that I made, kind of like my insulated pouch. Right now it's keeping the contents of my kitchen together. I'm using the titanium, I believe this is a 1,000 ml pot. I have my old trusty Ollie Camp stove. Shower head. This is an oldie but a goodie. I have had this for like 4 years, 5 years now, and it's still going strong. It weighs like 2 ounces. And of course, my fuel. I just use this dirty bandana as like a buffer to keep everything from clanging and banging around while I'm hiking. It also works as a good little dish rag to dry out my pot right before I pack it up. So yeah, I got my lid on, koozie, keep everything together. In the bag. And the most depressing sound of the day. I usually just roll it up. No stuff stack, no nothing. And just find a neat little Tetris spot. Let's see, let's talk electronics. So I'm carrying JBL earbuds. They're nice and small and compact. They charge really fast. Yes, it is something extra to charge, but I kind of get annoyed sometimes when I'm fumbling with my wired headphones and trying to untangle them while I'm hiking, or sometimes they get tangled in my pack, and that's just no fun. So yeah, and some people are like, oh, why are you carrying 2 headphones? Maybe I should just stick to one. Well, I don't know. I don't want to have to ration my music if I'm out on a long stretch. I'm not able to charge. Music helps me get through a hard day, so I make sure I have my music. So yeah, I carry 2 headphones. Here is my charge cable. One of them, it's a 3-foot USB-C. 3-foot because it's just easier in town to pair with my Nightcore power bank. Sometimes I carry 2 of these if it's going to be a super long stretch, if I know I'm going to be using a lot of electronics. This one's a 10,000, so I can charge my phone maybe like twice with it, something like that. I also carry my Google Pixel 8a phone. It's kind of brand new to me. I really enjoy the camera. It's been pretty awesome. Can't necessarily show you that because that's what's taking the video. And I will also be carrying my Garmin InReach Mini, which will help me keep in contact with people, and you know, if I get in trouble, because this isn't necessarily a completely established trail quite yet. There's going to be some bushwhacking and some right founding, so in case I get myself in trouble, I have a way to call for help. Yeah, and this is my tent. I'm rocking the Plex Solo. This guy's pretty rad. It's DCF, which means it's really lightweight, and also kind of like naturally hydrophobic. So it sheds water really quickly, it dries really quickly, and it doesn't weigh any heavier once it gets wet. You can just kind of shake the water off and pack it and it'll be fine. It's made by Z-Packs. The packed weight of this tent with stakes and guys, I think, is just around a pound, something like that. And I will fact check that. I have the weights written down somewhere, and I will include that with my lighter pack. I guess we can talk clothes, some weird stuff. In my Tyvek, I'm probably going to send some of this home. I think it might be a little bit too much, but who knows? I don't know what it's going to be like up there. Weather's changing fast. So I have my extra socks. I have my, base layer bottoms. These are just cheap 32 degree synthetic. But they've served me well in the past. I have a merino top. This also comes in handy as a sleep shirt. Actually smells really good right now. This one I pulled out of a hiker box, but it's from, let's see, Four Class merino wool, and it's pretty comfy. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good score out of the hiker box. Nice freebies. I'm also wearing Enlightened Equipment Tord jacket. It's a very light denier, like a sil poly, with a synthetic fill. And when these things are new, man, they're super lofty, super warm. Not really had any complaints. It's water resistant. It sheds water for a little bit. But yeah, it is slightly water resistant, and since it's synthetic, if it does get wet, it's not a huge deal. It still has some of its insulative properties because it'll still loft. I'm also carrying my Hyperlight fanny pack, and this will be for like my go-tos, quick grabs, like mostly smokables and snacks, and like I have a Swiss Army knife, just a little tiny guy, just for a blade, and there's a nail file and another pair of scissors if I need it. This has also been my trail wallet, so it's got a couple different pockets that I can divvy things up and keep my ID and my money safe, and I don't feel like I have to carry my whole pack. I can just carry this around town if I want to. And what else do I have? I'm starting out with the Hoka Speed Goats. That's pretty much just because I already had them. But I will be ordering a pair of Brooks. The Caldera 6s did me well for most of the PCT. Seemed like I get a decent amount of miles of them, and I'm getting a pretty good deal on Amazon for like less than $90 for my size, which is pretty great considering I'm replacing shoes like once a month now. But yeah, I got my Patagonia wind pants, which have been awesome for like chillier mornings and for bugs, mainly just for bugs. And I think that's, my bandana. This is probably my favorite piece of gear right now. It has served me well. It is very multifaceted. I mean, when it's hot or exposed, I can use it as a sun shield, or I can use it as, a washcloth. It's a sweat rag. Wash my legs off. I can use it to pre-filter if I get some like sedimentary water or like some bugs floating on top or whatever. I can scoop my water through the bandana. It's also been a towel. It's just, this thing is super rad. It's been my cooling towel on my neck. Highly recommended bandana. For my water filtration, I was carrying a B3 for a little while, but it kind of got on my nerves, so I'm back to the Sawyer. Sawyer with a coupler on a gravity feed. Use the coupler to connect to a smart water bottle. Eventually, I might just send this home and just go with a dirty bottle and just drink it straight from the filter. But for now, I kind of like my bladder. When I gravity feed, it gives me kind of like a timer for my brakes. And I guess last but not least is the poop kit. I carry the Vargo titanium. It is toothed, which is great here in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of roots and stuff you gotta cut through, so this comes in handy. It also doubles as a tent stake if you're in soft soil or in snow. So yeah, also I've also used this as I cleaned it first, but I used it as a funnel to collect water out of a slow flowing creek. But yeah, leaf spouts or trowel spouts, you know, whatever works. Each their own. Hike your own hike, right? But yeah, I think that wraps up everything else I'm carrying. Let's go kick some trail.